If you have capital and you have a good credit score and you have a business and you have lines of credit, bro,
Yeah.
the streams of what you can create are endless.
Welcome to the Don Sirius Show. Whether you're a curious mind or someone seeking inspiration, the Don Sirius Show is your go-to destination. We promise to ignite your curiosity and leave you with fresh insights after each episode. So subscribe, tune in, and enlighten your mind.
All right, so let's speed it up a little bit more. I'm a veteran, right? You know I'm a veteran, right? Did you know I'm a veteran?
Yep.
All right, so look, I have never ever used my VA home loan, and I applied for the VA home loan when I was younger in Georgia, and I had a shitty credit score. I didn't even give a damn about credit. I didn't even know, and I only spent 8 years in the Army, and so I do know how it works. I stopped learning about it, so I probably have to go reread about it, but I know it's based off the length of time you was in the military and off your credit. So they gave me a measly $36,000. I have never really went to go reapply for it. And I had like a high, mid, I don't know, 500. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting my business out there. I had horrible credit score. So I'm gonna go back and do it again. And I'm always paying focus on I'm always paying attention to my credit. And when I get to the certain number, I'm gonna go back and reapply and see what I can get. But I don't know if you know how it works, but I know if I use it, I don't even know how to use it. So I'm telling you all this now so you can just give me your rebuttal. If I use it or when I use it, because I haven't bought a house yet, because I heard about the first time buyers too. But if you use the VA home loan and you pay it off, you can go get another one. And if you pay it off, you can go get another one. If you pay it off, you can go get another one. If you want to buy land, you can't just buy the land. You got to agree to put some on it within a certain length of time. That's why some people use it and they just put a mobile home on it or whatever. But the key ingredient is that you can reuse it after you pay off the first one and again and again. And I kind of looked at that like a hustle, bro. If that makes sense, man. Like if I buy a house and pay it off and buy another one, you know, you were saying you won't see no profits to like the third, fourth, or fifth house. I'm almost thinking that I should just use the VA as like a jump off, man.
I mean, that's one of the things that our country got right. Is they
go.
So I'm gonna just say, I mean, and offline I can give you my lender guy. Like I'm a big component. Cool. Figure out what you need to do to make that, if you could get more or less. And the lender could tell you like all those specific steps. But I tell you, like, use it, because that's a benefit. Even if it's like, oh well, your allotment is only like $100,000. Okay, cool. That's $100,000. It did not have to come out of your pocket.
Do you know how the VA home loan works? Excuse my throat here, but do you know how it works?
So what?
Do you know how it works?
So VA home loan and your allotment is different.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So the VA home loan, like you could get a VA home loan just because you're a vet. You're a vet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's just the loan. So if like they say you get a $300,000 house, like they will loan you 100% of that $300,000. You don't have to put a down payment. You don't have to do any of that nature. But you also have a certain allotment in that cost. You know what I mean? That whatever the calculation, however they get to that number. So it's never the entire. I've never seen it where it's the entire thing. But but that's how the loan typically works.
Yeah. So like, in my perspective, man, like that makes a lot of sense because I'm gonna use that number 300,000. I like the fact you just picked a solid number. So like just to say, I heard some people say that they just want to use the certificate and not have to put a down payment. But man, I'm so against 30-year, 15-year payments, man. I have so much faith in myself and ability that I prefer to get into creating this 6 streams of income thing. So hold on, man. Like I don't want to get locked into no 30-year plan, if that makes any sense, man. I don't want to do that. I'm already getting older.
See, so me and you are on, and this is gonna go long. I'm just gonna tell you, we're on different sides of the fence when it comes to that. Because I know so many people that are leveraging debt. It's insane. So people say in that in two different schools. But I say that if you don't have any debt, you have nothing to borrow against. So a lot of people say, "Oh man, I'm just gonna wait till
I do have debt
till I can pay." Huh? No, I mean,
I do have.
what I'm saying is like,
I know what you're saying. Rich dad, poor dad
but,
thing. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like,
okay.
People look at some people think mortgage is liability. Some people think it's an asset. I'm on the fence where I think it's, even if it's your primary home, I think it's an asset. Simply because if you get to a place, you could pull money out of that asset and go buy something else. Like I said, it's like the only thing that you could live in, just live your normal life, and because, just over time, generally, your property value is going to go up. So, that's what I'm saying. You get a home at $200,000, your value goes to $300,000. You just made $100,000, and you can generally get
$100,000
on a HELOC
and go use it. In layman terms, so if it go up another $100,000, you can. Okay, all right, that's what I thought. That's why you saying we on a different fence. You might bring me on
because
to your side of it.
Because if you own it, if you own stuff outright, you just paid, you just gave away $300,000 or $100,000. Essentially you gave it away. Because now, how do you go get? Where do you go get? You need $100,000. Where you go get it from? You got nowhere to get it because you.
Hey, that's a good way.
What I mean?
Nobody ever put it that way though. Interesting. Okay, nobody never educated me from that aspect or perspective, man. Yeah, okay, continue. I like that. You got a valid point.
And when you think about how people calculate, most billionaires, most millionaires, they don't have $1 million liquid. One, they would get taxed too much on that money.
That's true.
So they put it into different, ways to make money, stocks, real estate, you know what I mean? Like all other businesses, a lot of it is just in, like, when you really look at all the people that are making very, very wealthy, their portfolio is very heavy real estate.
Yeah, I was paying attention to that about a lot of people. Yep. Even people think and from my research, banks really, their business is real estate. They don't really, banks is, that's all they, to me, that's all they really, yeah. When you, and I'll say this, and I know we gotta probably jump. All right, so the common sense, and that's what getting into real estate has shown me. Like, we're making stuff very difficult. All right, so okay.
There's and which is weird, like 70% of our population owns their primary home free and clear.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
What's that percentage? Repeat that one more time.
There's another percentage that owns, like 70% of our population owns their home free and clear.
Okay. That's
it
not
may
a
be
bad
lower.
percentage.
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I heard that somewhere.
Oh no. Okay, but that's not bad. I'll research that later on. But even if it's like not accurate, but that's a good positive. Go ahead, man. Percentage though.
Right, but guess what? 100%, or not 100%. Let's say 85%.
Yeah.
Of the people got their money to own their first property from a bank.
Okay.
All right. So, banks' business are about making money. Banks' business are in heavy in real estate, to the point where they sell. Like, what people don't really understand is their mortgage is going to change hands probably about 10, 15 times because they're selling the paper. They're selling.
I already know about that. I didn't want to talk about that neither. I didn't want to talk about that on this show. I know about what you're saying though. I know what you're saying. I didn't want to bring it up until you come back, man. I know what you're saying.
Oh, my bad. I'm telling you, like, I love this so much that I figured out how to. I don't talk about it enough, and this is showing me that I need to just talk about this so people really understand it. Because when you really break it down, you go to the bank, you get a loan. The bank wants to make more money on their loan. Period.
Yep.
Simple. So, and the bank will allow you to leverage, even like, let's say you get equity. You can't get a whole 100% of your own equity. You can only get about 80% loan to value. Because the bank is like, no, we don't want to give you all the money because we got to use some of this other money to keep making money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So if you're taking that approach and understanding that's like what they are telling us to do don't match what they are doing. So you have to have discernment and understanding that, but you're telling me to, have no debt, and that's good. But all you're doing is selling debt, big banks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that's helping them do that. So I'm just going to leave it at that. If you get my drift of where I was going.
Yeah, because like I feel like, man, I can't give up all the game on my podcast, man. Even though you're gonna come back, you know what I'm saying? I can't give up all the game because
I don't. Here's the thing. Here's the thing of what I learned. It don't matter if you give it all away. Only 1% of people are actually going to go do it. But because you gave it all away, there's going to be you're going to create one loyal fans, loyal followers, and what like. I feel like in our community, like I watch so many people say that they know a bunch of shit, right? Yeah. And then I'm like, but classically, you're leading the people into failure, but you're cool because the people are giving you a check. Not saying that, like I just see that. So I'm one of these people like, you know what, God gave the game away, so I'm gonna give it away too. And if you go do something with it, cool. If you don't, cool. I know Jason will, like, anytime someone give me a game, and I just be sitting in rooms where I'm like, oh.
Well, you know what? You got a valid point. You got a valid point, because I have a financial advisor, man, and people like, how much he charge you? He is my closest friend since third grade friend. So he's not even my original friend. Bro, he brought me out the slum, man, because I was just driving and I had pocket full of money, bro. When I first started driving, maybe the third to the fourth year, man, I was just heavy on money, bro. Cash, like liquid. And man, the stuff he told me, man, it blew my mind. It was so simple, bro. And as intelligent as I am, I just didn't take the time to go read about it and learn it. And so he baby walked me into practically perfect credit. He baby walked me into like investing and stuff like that. But I knew about investing when I was in the Army, and a captain gave me a book. And it was real simple, but it's just like me personally, man, I got wrapped into the wrong things. My mind was focused on like other things. But now that I'm older, man, you're right, man. I'm not saying like I don't want to give the game up for free. It's just we don't have enough time on here to like cover all it, because it's a lot of information, man, and it's very intriguing for me. And I hope it's intriguing for the fans that's watching this, because this is really valuable information, man. And especially if you're trying to settle down and you're trying to grow your own little empire, all of these things to me is important, man, because you could possibly trade your time for money, or your money give you time. Am I right or wrong? Am I on the right track on this, man?
Yeah, no, you're on the right track. And before we jump, I'll just tell people, this is something that, I can't take credit. My uncle gave me this, because I remember, like right before last year, I was having a rough go at it. I was like, man, I should have never moved out here. Like, I'm learning a lot, but I'm not doing the number of business that I want to do. And I was like, I feel like that, and my uncle was like, well, it's never over until it's over, and then you gotta start somewhere, no matter, because I was going into my 40th birthday feeling like, bro, like I'm supposed to be super up. What's going on in the world? And then he was like, "Do you know I didn't become CEO and president of this company until I was, 52?" And then I was like, seriously? He was like, "Yeah, so don't, just you got to start today and make sure, 42, 41, 42-year-old Jason ain't, and I'm like, all right, bet." You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to tell everyone. Start today. Like, if, and then, especially like we're talking about real estate, especially like I say, don't buy for your lifestyle. And I know people are like, what do you mean by that? This is what I mean. All right,
That
so
sounds
if
pretty
you're
good to
a
me, though.
single person, well, think about this. So, all right, and buy the lifestyle that you're at. So, like, if you're 20, just go get you a condo or a townhouse or something like that. It's fairly cheap. And I'm gonna say, so if you're in your 20s and you're single, you don't have any kids at home, blah blah blah, like you have a decent enough job, you should be able to do that, And then if you have, if you're a couple and you guys are, very serious, you could do that together, and it doesn't hurt because you're already getting a roommate anyway to help you pay the other half of the bill.
That's
So you
true.
might as well do it this way. If you're, if like I was talking to someone else who was like, man, I'm going through divorce, and I just need to go get a big house. And I was like, you're going through divorce. All your kids are grown. All that. What are you going to be doing? And are you going to be like out in the city, dating, stuff like that? I was like, all right, cool. But we don't want to go get a big house. We want to go get you a nice bachelor pad condo. You see what I'm saying? Buy for where you are. Buy for where you are in life. And that's my biggest thing to leave the show with, because a lot of times people think that because we're in our, like for me, like we're in our 40s, right? And you could be single, you could be married with no kids, but then you feel like you should be at, your level 3 home, and this is your this is your first, like, you don't have any leverage to get to level 3. Like, and when I say that, it's never like, let's say like your level 3 level home right now is probably gonna be like in our area, it's probably gonna be like a million plus. So
okay,
if you don't have anything to leverage and offset, unless you just have the dopest job ever, you have no DTI, you can do that. You know what I mean? But if you don't, and you're like, I'm buying my first home, then your first home is probably gonna be anywhere between that 400 to 600 range. And then 2 years from now, we leverage that, get you into that 800 range. 2 years from that, now you're in your $1 million range, which is,
oh man, we
decent.
Gonna fly out there, bro. We gonna fly out there, bro. We coming out there.
But that's how I think about it, bro. Like it's not as hard as we make it sound. We just got to get around people that actually care.
Now, see, I have this thing going on for me, what is called consistency. So when you just was breaking that down, all I could see in my mind was dollar sign, because I'm like, oh yeah, because I do my thing, and I've been doing my thing for over 9-10 years consistently. So if I'm gonna do something and I get involved in this, oh, I can see where he's going with this, because like when you get into a certain particular house and the value, 2 years go by really quick and you don't pay no attention, especially if you living with somebody that you're happy with, y'all enjoying life, living life. Before you know, it's 24 months went by, next thing you know, your house is up like 150K, and you talking about borrowing only 80% out of the 150K. My mind's like always like, yeah, that's pretty much a nice little amount of chunk of change to go. And then I like to flip money, and that come back from me being when I was younger in the hood, and doing things I had no business doing. But now in the legal way, I can see where you're going with this, man. You know what I mean? I can see where you're going with this. It's a beautiful
what people
thing.
Do every day, all day.
Bro, I'm in the wrong business, man. I'm debating if I should end this truck driving thing by the end of this year, but not get out of trucking, at least by the end of.
And that's the lovely part, of real estate. There's so many ways to do it, right? If you have capital, you could just start going and, you know, buying little flip projects. You know what I mean? And really, and what we know, it's not about if you have capital and you have a good credit score and you have a business and you have lines of credit, bro.
Yeah.
The streams of what you could create are endless.
That's why we got to come out there and talk to you, man, because I'm already in that little bubble, man. I'm already in the bubble. I got different accounts. I'm trying to close 2 accounts. I'm trying to get rid of my car hauling trailer, and I want to get rid of my dually right now because I need that capital for something else, man. I need to like I've been in like a lower amount of debt for too long, and I just want to kind of like drop it below that 30% so my credit score can go back up. And then some people are like, oh, but you're closing the accounts, so you know you go like, nah. I mean, I'm only closing 2 accounts. So, okay, if I'm closing 2 and then it goes down a little bit, but when I zeroed all them credit cards out and all that out, and then I just consistently use them and keep everything, you know, below 30%, all I do is drive all the time, and I work all day, every day. I don't have a problem with that. So 6 months to 13 months go by. Before you know it, I'll be back higher than what I was when I borrowed money to buy a dually and borrowed money to, you know, buy a trailer and all that. So then I can focus. Because my thing, man, I want to get into buying land too, man. I definitely want some land though.
Now I feel that, bro. But what if? I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess is it too much liability to rent your trucks out?
Yeah, that's like maybe like other people might disagree when they watch this show, but let me see if I can elaborate on why I think it's a liability. Because I'm buying this truck I'm in right now, right? So this is my own responsibility, and I could put a driver in this, but we'll get to that point later though. So the dually, if somebody drove it and I'm in this truck driving this truck, I don't have a responsible person to help run my company. I tried to go that route and it hasn't came out positive yet. And so that means if I put a driver in my dually and let him haul cars and all that, say he get disgruntled with me or she gets disgruntled with me or don't like to pay or thought it was going to be something that is not, and they could just abandon my vehicle. I could be out there where you at in my semi and my truck, my dually could be somewhere in Bum F, Mississippi. I have to drop everything I'm doing, hurry up and get to that dually because this could be in storage. Somebody then towed it into their own parking storage, and like they charge something like $200 a day. It might take me 3 days to get out there or 2 days to get out there. So I got to drop what I'm doing and then recover my vehicle, recover the trailer, or like say they're not actually doing, even if I tell them, hey, it's time to go to do the oil change, it's time to do this. I mean, it's just so much going on with somebody else driving your vehicle. That's the hardest part in trucking, is to find a responsible, reliable driver. That part right there is the most challenging side to this whole game.
Well, I think you need more than the driver, and I'll give you, and I'm not here yet though. So leverage everywhere. So you probably wouldn't want. I don't know what you're making, you know, a year or you know or whatever. But if you could hire somebody to, you know, one, you're going to need a salesperson to go and get the jobs. You know, that's just flat out. You're going to need that. So that way that the trucks can always continue to work. So, or you can have someone that is in the truck, but they're responsible for, you know, they just don't have, they're responsible for getting the jobs too, but they just pay you a certain fee. I don't know how that all works. But anyway, I would hire a salesperson, and then I'd hire like someone that manages like what they're supposed to do on the day-to-day, because most people enjoy being told what to do. There's not a lot of entrepreneurs. And then I would just,
it is not,
you know, get a lawyer to help you create all the like the business documents, so that way it protects you if someone does something crazy. Because you took my truck out and then you left it. Guess what? That's felony theft. Soon, wherever you go, you about to go get locked up because you stole. That is true though. Stole my stuff.
Abandonment. You can't even get a job when you abandon somebody's vehicle, man. You just threw your license away.
Yep.
So,
you know what I mean.
You got a valid point.
I mean, and I don't know that may be, you know, but
no. But listen, before we get out here, let me. But No, I'm gonna give you some information. Then let's like since you gave me some of your side of the field, it's not. So let's see where I can go with this already. Like this truck, when it's paid off, I probably put a driver in it because the company I'm leased to, I have a contract with them. I'm not gonna tell nobody these companies because I want to do this for myself. It's almost like real estate for real. So when you were saying certain stuff, so these people will allow me to find another truck, and so I found one that was like say 40,000, and it was under 250,000 miles, and the warranty is up to 500,000. That's the factory warranty on a semi, and so 500, so 240 or 250 to 500,000. That's about 2 good years on the road with this truck. It's about 100 and some K miles per year, depending if you just running into the ground. So this company I'm leased to, I can buy a truck. They have a great maintenance shop, and you have to have some capital put to the side. So if say you're looking for a driver and it's just sitting in their yard, say it sits in the yard for 30 days, they'll pull it in, change the oil, check the belts, put the right tires on it, get it back up to 100%, even though it has a warranty, just the small things that got to get replaced. And then you'll put a driver in there, and even with this horrible economy, and you pay fuel, tolls, insurance, the driver, maintenance if you got to just get your regular oil change or if a tire blowout, I still would be able to walk away with like $700 a week, bro, after all bills paid. That's the first truck, like $700, and that's with a horrible economy. If it was a good economy, just double it. You know what I mean? Like $1,400. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
my goal is to at least
that's without you, and that's without you driving it, right?
Without me touching it
Bro,
at all. Matter of fact, and you paying a dispatcher. So all I'm doing is at Starbucks with my cigar, and I'm like, hey man, why my truck ain't moving? I get on the phone, I call the dispatcher. Hey bro, I see a truck, one of my trucks out there in Phoenix, bro. It's been sitting there for like 4.5 hours, bro. It's like, you know what I mean? What's going on? Oh, I can't. Oh, I like this because you put your thumb up, it does that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. And the dispatcher is going to be moving around, and I got a great rapport with my dispatcher, and he wants to help me build my own little mini fleet within another company that you can do 99 or 900 trucks with them people if you want to. There is no rule in this company that's saying, well, you can only have 5 under us, and it's 80-20. So if I buy my own truck, and we already did the math, I'll get 80%, and the company I'm leased to will get 20%. If I buy a trailer and let my driver pull a trailer, then I get 90%, and the company I'm leased to will just get 10%. Bro, this is one of the best companies I ever met in my life, man, in St. Louis, bro. That's all I'm going to say is in St. Louis, bro. The city is trash, but this company ain't trash, you know what I mean? Oh, man, I love these people, bro. I love them.
But again, that's even like, that's how real estate is starting to be like. The company I'm brokered by, like, it's always like, hey, like, you want to be with a good company? Cool. Hey, I'm going to help you get up to speed. You know, you do your numbers, I'm going to get a little kickback. That's what our economy is going to start to be for people that, you know, want to do certain things. But I'd say like I'm an entrepreneur, and technically I'm almost like a sole proprietorship right now, right? Because it's all me. But you know, and that's what me and my mentors are like that level. What I was just telling you, I literally just had that conversation with my mentor this morning, because I was like, man, I don't feel like shooting these videos. He's like, you need to go pay someone to do it. And then I was like, I can't pay anyone to do it. He's like, you can. I know you're, you know, you could, but you just don't want to because that's used to be your lane. And I was like, you're right. That is. He's like, you either pay someone to do it. And then he's like, what's going to happen is now, because you say, I'm going to pay you to do this. All right, now I got to go make whatever I said I was going to pay you. So now I'm going to work harder to bring in. So I don't feel like I'm getting, it's all coming out of my, you know.
Bro,
it's like you track it. And it's like, all right, so I'm going to have you do that. And then this shit, like me paying you, like, and how he's equated it, he was like, if you pay someone, let's say you pay someone $500 a month, like their work for that $500, that should bring you back at least $1,500.
Yeah,
you know what
true,
I'm saying?
Man. That's true.
So same concept. And I know I could talk all day about this, but I hope you can just chop this up into mini clips or whatever. I know we went like
Oh yeah, man. Like
super long.
hold up, man. But Shades, man. We had, but you remember like the first 20 minutes, man, we was like on our own little personal experiences, man. So it's about an hour. So
Yeah.
Mr. Jason Rice, man, we're gonna wrap this thing up until the next time I invite you, man. I really, really am grateful, and I so much appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on the Don Sirius Show. Let me pronounce this right, because I had to work on my ands and my uhs and my pronunciation. I'm really getting good at this. So thank you for coming to the Don Sirius Show, Mr. Jason Rice, out there in Phoenix, Arizona. I am so happy you showed up, man. Thank you. You're a busy man. I'm a busy man, and we were able to come together and make this work. Thank you.
Man, thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Would you like to leave any finishing statements, or you want to tell the people anything, man, before you get out of here?
Man, I think I told them everything. If you need to see me on social, it's at Jason J Rice on all platforms. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It's at Jason J Rice.
Okay, it's same thing here. The Don Sirius Show, or you can Google. I'm Googleable now, bro. Did you know I'm Googleable? I'm Googleable. I'm Don Sirius Googleable, man. But anyway, yeah.
That's dope.
I swear, bro. That's super dope, man. So yes, I never said anything about subscribe, so please subscribe, hit the like button, drop some comments, man. I love to read the comments. I love to reply to comments. So thank y'all for watching this episode. It's very nice to have Jason here. And until the next time, man, I'm gonna catch you on the flip side, okay?
All right, bro.
The Don Sirius Show.